County Fairgrounds. Don't miss the Silverado Gun Show.
Oh, wow. The gun show. Listen to WMAL for all those gun show ads. How y'all doing, everybody? Welcome to Dave TV for the 18th of July, 2014. How y'all doing? Okay, first off, let's get some comments out of the way about that Malaysian jetliner that was downed over Ukraine, obviously shot down, and everybody's arguing who did it. Okay, I'm not going to get into that specifically, but media coverage. Paul Farry loves to run these little articles about media coverage. After the crash, qualms arise about using gory photo. Okay, there's Paul Farry there. The one thing I like, quote unquote, one thing I like about Paul Farry is how he always seems to work his own newspaper into stuff. Whenever he does media coverage of something, it's always, what did the Washington Post do? As if the world revolves around the Washington Post. The center of this journalism is big, and the center of journalism revolves around the Washington Post. Okay, it's the most important newspaper in the world, and of course we must include ourselves in any kind of coverage of media stuff. One photo, blah blah blah, was so bloody that the Washington Post. I love how they always capitalize the Washington Post. Decided to link to it rather than embed it in its online account of the incident. Da 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 da. And that kind of thing. It's like when the Washington Post does a weather article, when they have a reporter go out to cover like a mini tornado or something or a flood, and then they use quotes from their capital weather gang in it. I don't know. I worked as a journalist at a little newspaper here in Northern Virginia back when I first got out of college. And even then, it was like, don't interview our own people for stories, I mean, if I wanted to do a story on a county government thing, I could go to the county government the lady that covered county government for a paper and interview her. I'd be like, you don't do that. When you're a newspaper reporter, you don't interview your own people. You don't report on yourself. Okay, I mean, unless, of course, it's like the Channel 2 thing up in Baltimore in the spring where becomes the story and somebody rams a dump truck in your front door, then you cover it. Okay, it's about, if the story is you, then you do it. But if you're just covering news, and somebody wants some weather information, or somebody wants cover the media, tell us how the media is covering this particular event, you don't cover yourselves. You just don't. It's lousy, it's lazy, it's mediocre. And it's why Paul Farry he's just, I've never much liked Paul Farry, and that's why. It's just, and the one thing I think that's even worse than that is the Post doesn't seem to care. They just don't seem to care. It's a relatively small issue. Who cares? All that crazy Dave cares about it. I don't know. Wait, one more thing I wanted to talk about, and I left it over here. Anyhow, this is yesterday, and I'm really beginning, even though Rupert Murdoch owns this thing, this is a really good-looking paper. I don't know, compare the two papers. I mean, I don't know, this just stands out better. I don't know, this paper's, look, even with the picture of the plane crash on it, it's gray. Look how gray the Washington Post is over here. It's gray. It has a kind of a pall to it. I don't know. And then, of course, Elaine Stritch passes away. Now, I liked Elaine Stritch, great actress. Broadway, goes way back in Broadway, all that stuff. Remember, she was in 30 Rock. She played Jack's mom, a number of episodes. Really funny. September. That was a Woody Allen movie called September, and Elaine Stritch is in this, and she's very good in it. But I don't know if it's not one of Woody's better movies. Yeah, I like Mia Farrow, but Mia Farrow whines this entire movie. The whole movie is Mia Farrow whining, and it'll drive you crazy. And there's a number of scenes where Elaine Stritch, who plays her mother, tells her to, damn it, shut up and quit whining. And you go, yeah! But anyhow, we get the news, of course, on the front page of the Washington Post that Elaine Stritch has died. But we also get an article in the style section that Elaine Stritch has died. I don't know, man. Do we really need two articles But what the heck, Oh, and then the other two article thing in the Post today. Where was that? The movie Boyhood. Of course, there's the big movie review from Ann Hornaday. Interesting movie where Richard Linklater, um, he filmed it over like multiple years, where this kid and Ethan Hawke, and then there's the kid and Ethan Hawke. Now it's like the kid's a teenager almost, but they actually filmed the movie, as this little kid's growing up. Kind of interesting thing. So it's filmed over many years in different pieces like that. But then they put it also on the front page of the stale section with the giant graphic, as if I guess they figure some people. I don't know. They don't get the weekend section in the paper, so they're going to have to read it in the stale section. And they're slightly, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. What's wrong with this paper? Something's wrong with it, right? Something is wrong with this paper. I don't know, man. Oh, and then speaking about the plane thing, WMAL, again, this station can't go for 5 minutes without slamming Obama. I mean, even today, it's still pretty a fresh story. And even today, they're criticizing how Obama handled it yesterday. I mean, the news is literally coming across the wires. Nobody knows crap about what's going on, whether this was just a, plane crashing by mechanical things or whether it was shot down. Nobody knows. And a president gets out there and he has to, dance around that. He can't come out and say, damn you. He has to do that. That's being president. Any little word he says can make the stock market fall 500 points. And, it's that kind of thing. So he has to be very cautious. And these dopes at WMAL don't get, they just want to, every little dig they can, they want to slam Obama. And, you listen to WMAL and the ratings are okay. They're, 13th or something. But, Cumulus is the company that owns them. And they own radio stations in San Francisco that have melted down, news talkers that have melted down, KGO in San Francisco and WABC in New York, which has melted down. They're these old, tired stations with these old, tired people that just get on there and bloviate and bloviate, and people are turning the stations off, and they're tired of it, and I guess, I honestly was listening to WTOP this morning ahead of time. And I said, I guess I better listen to WMAL just to see how they're covering it. Perhaps they'll take the high road, but again, they don't. I don't know. So good news, Hillary Howard. Hillary is one of my favorite people. Everybody loves Hillary. Hillary is the one of the afternoon co-hosts there on WTOP radio. She's married to Dave Statter, who is longtime WTOP reporter. And he's no longer, not WTOP, well, it was WTOP TV way back when. Now it's USA, but he was with Channel 9 for many years. But anyhow, she's been missing for a little while. People are wondering what's up with her. But I hear from some people that nothing, she did have a benign brain tumor a year or two ago. And everybody was kind of worried, like, ooh, something happened. Why is she missing so long? No, she's just on vacation. That's what we hear. So don't worry. Hillary's just she's prancing through the woods and enjoying herself. Kind of like she was in a Richard Linklater movie. I'm the good old Count Gordeval, Dick Dysel. Let's see, what's today? The 18th, the 19th, Saturday the 19th at the AFI. He's going to be watching the movie Them, and he's going to have his good buddies on hand. I think Arch Campbell will be there, and some of his other good buddies. So check that out. You can go to the AFI's website, afi.org or something. There's a link on our page, front page DCRTV. That will tell you how to get the tickets and all that, and it sounds like a lot of fun. I'd like to go. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not driving around the Beltway in the dark. Plus, I always have my orgies are always on Saturday night. Can't go out. Well, I like this. It's kind of light behind me, and I'm in the dark. Dave's in the dark. All right, folks. Thanks for watching Dave TV for this Friday, the 18th of July. Don't forget to help support the website. We can use your help. The advertisers are slow to pay. We get all these ads, they renew them, and then they take forever to pay. So we need some cash flow coming in and out. So send us a few bucks. You can do it on PayPal. Send us a check. Put some cash, wrap it up nicely, so the postman can't see it. Put it in wrap it up in a piece of paper or something, and just stick it in the mail anonymously. That's fine too. We'll take anything. All right, folks. Thanks for watching Dave TV. Book 'em, Dano.